everyone. Welcome to Real Dads Speak, a show where real dads share their stories about being present in their child's lives with the goal of raising responsible adults. I am your host, Sarah McClure, and my guest today is Clester Barker. Clester and I met at work last year. Clester is a proud dad and currently works as the day shift command center lead operator for City Shield Security Services. Today, I'm going to talk to Clester about his experience as a teenage dad. So, welcome, Clester. Thank you for coming on today.
Oh, my pleasure. How
All
you
right.
doing
So,
today?
I'm good. And how are you?
You know I'm good.
I know. So,
Always.
in what city did you grow up and what high school did you attend?
I grew up in Detroit, and
Okay.
I attended Kettering High School, and that's where I graduated from.
Okay.
And I kind of grew up like on both sides of the city.
Because some
Pretty
somebody
much
lived
because
on the east
like
side
I
and
used
somebody's on
to,
the west side?
yeah, I used to love being around my aunts and cousins on the west side. So I used to be on the
Okay.
west side, and then it was school during the week on the east side.
Okay. Oh, the weekend
So I had
came west.
to,
Okay. All right. So were you
yeah.
popular in school? Did you play sports?
I danced in school a lot. I danced. I did a lot of dancing. A lot of dancing. I was
Like break dancing or just
semi-popular.
okay. All right. All right.
No, I was a jitter.
Oh. Oh, okay. All right. So what did your parents do for a living?
My mom spent 40 years in nursing, and my dad was like, he was retired from the army and retired from General Motors.
Wow. And did you
Yeah, he
follow
was a
in either
Vietnam
one of their
vet.
footsteps?
Nah.
Did you work at the hospital? Did you go to the
No.
plant when you got out of high
Well,
school?
I worked at a nursing home for a brief stint for like maybe like a year and a half and just doing maintenance though. But
Okay.
I got a little taste of it, but and I didn't like
Okay.
it.
So, what did you want to be when you were growing up?
uh Really I just like everything and all things musical.
Okay.
And I was into music more so growing up. And everything else just talents I didn't know I had.
Such
It's just
as?
like, how you such as operating heavy equipment and learning how to DJ, learning how to drive 18 wheelers, cement trucks, dump truck, single axle dump trucks, dual axle dump trucks, backhoes, caterpillar loaders, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff over the years.
Wow. Okay. So,
Yeah,
did
most
you
self
did
taught.
okay? Did you sing? Did you play an instrument because you love music? Or
I used to like writing rhymes, rapping. I used to
okay,
rap and used to write all the time. And then I used to sleep with music on. I think that's what used to fuel my music love because I used to
okay.
always sleep with it on from far as I can remember all through school. I slept with a
So,
radio in the room.
so did you get that from your mom? Was she like, you know how moms on Sunday or whenever they cleaning up, they got the music playing and they cleaning up,
Yeah,
or
the
whenever you
family,
get in the
the whole
car, the
family.
music on. The whole family. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, the whole
Yeah.
family, like, cousins, older cousins playing Rick James around me, Prince and all that. I really just started soaking it in and I started listening and learning and I noticed I had a love for music.
And now your favorite artist is Jelly Roll.
That's my boy. I love Jelly Roll. I love him. I love him.
I had to
I
hear that.
love music that tells truth.
Okay.
That is a good story behind it.
All right. All right.
Man, he has a good story. I
So,
love him.
so do you have any siblings?
Um, Not on my mother's with my mother, no. With my
Okay.
dad, Yes. My
Okay. But you
dad
guys didn't
is
grow up
definitely.
together?
We grew up together like maybe the first. I want to say maybe first 10 years of my life,
Okay.
and then I lost touch with them after their mom and my dad separated, which it was a real bad separation. But
Okay.
they moved to Mississippi. It was just me and my older brother here, and he he older brother. He had his friends. He was running, doing his thing, and I was the little brother. I was running, trying to run behind him anyway. But after about 15 years is when I caught up and got in touch with my sisters, and I actually did that myself.
Oh, okay. So now you guys getting
Some
closer again?
Oh man, we've been close for since I found them in, I think it was, I found them in 2001.
Wow. That's good.
After I moved to Georgia, I found them, and it was like a little detective. I did my work, and 411 is a miracle. 411
Okay.
is a miracle.
Okay.
Yeah, 411 gave me like three addresses with three different Lakeishas,
Uh-huh.
and I
And
had
you
to
found
figure
them.
it out. So I wrote three letters to three Lakeishas. It was like one of these Lakeishas gonna remember and gonna know who I am. And
Wow.
just so happened it was where I found the right sister, and after I found her, it reconnected me to the rest of my siblings.
Good. So how many do you have? Over five?
Yeah, it's over five of us.
Okay. All
I
right.
believe it's like eight,
Okay. Did
four
you have a
boys, four
best
girls.
friend? I'm sorry. How many
Yeah,
boys and how many girls?
I got about four boys, four girls,
Okay.
and that's all
So
my
did you have
daddy
a
children.
best friend or someone you could talk to or ask for advice when you were growing up?
I didn't really have a best friend till like 8 years old, and
Okay.
yeah, we still cool to this day. We never no arguments, no disagreements. Pretty much if we walk in the room together, everybody go, "Oh Lord," because we two of a kind, and we both are only children.
Wow.
Me and him, both our only sons, and we have a set of best friends. We got another set of friends, two guys we hang with, and they are best friends. And one is an only son, but he has a sister, and the other one, Mike, my friend Mike, he's the only child just like me.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and we clicked, and we've
So
been friends for over 35 years.
it's a long time. All right.
Yeah.
So when you found out that you were going to be a dad as a teenager, who did you tell?
my cousin, uh, my cousin, and my best friend. Those are probably my cousin, my best friend, and one other cousin. Other than that, I didn't tell nobody else. I didn't even tell my mother, and it
Uh,
was out of fear.
Out of fear, explain that. Why didn't you tell your mom?
I have a southern mother, and
Okay.
I believe her 100% in what she say. And she used to
Okay.
tell me, we used to be sitting up watching TV shows and the commercials, and they'd be like teen pregnancy, and she'd look at me, I wish you would get somebody pregnant. I kill you. And I used to be like, okay. I was one of them kids that took it and held it right here and was like, okay, take that to note. All right. So I pretty much like when it happened, I just pretty much assumed responsibility.
Now, you don't handle. How young are you? What grade are you in?
I was like, then I was just turning 16, just
Okay.
turning 16 in the 10th grade.
So, did you have a
No,
part-time job when you were going to school, or I mean, like, how you gonna take care of baby? And you say you got to do it.
nah, I didn't have a part-time job. Uh, I was a hustler. I was a hustler
Okay.
for sure. And I used to work at little stores and stuff in the neighborhood. Hustle. I used to hustle, work in the stores, and then I did dib and dabble a little bit in the streets with my street friends.
Okay.
But
So that you could take care of your
I did what
baby.
I had to do. That's so I can take care of my son. I shot
All
dice,
right.
whatever I had to do.
Okay. So now, how was that experience as a young person? You'll have no income, no knowledge about life, but you're gonna be responsible for another life.
Well, black families growing up, we always took care of our younger cousins and up
Okay.
under us. So
Uh,
I had younger cousins up under me that I helped take care of. I was a good learner of by watching,
okay.
whatever was going on around me at the time. And I learned things, changing my little cousin diapers and stuff like that, and learning how to make milk. You learn, you learn, and
Okay,
you
I got you.
you use it. You have to use it when it's time, especially when you come from a family like mine where we helped each other out, taking care of each other.
That's good. That's good. Were there any other young men that you know of at your school that were dads or, becoming the fathers that you know of?
It wasn't a whole lot. It was a couple, but it was like not the norm. Not the
Right.
norm to be that young and have a child in school. But I did very well in, keeping my mouth closed and keeping that secret to myself. And then when I finally revealed it, I revealed it after I graduated.
Okay.
And pretty
So
much
you didn't tell
my
your
mother
mom she was,
was
I'm sorry, go ahead.
2 years, 2 years
You
for two
you
years.
kept you kept it a secret for 2 years from your mom, and then you
Yes,
told
ma'am.
her. And what did she say?
Hmm.
What was her reaction?
It wasn't what I expected. I expected more so. I expected anger. I
Hmm.
expected her to be disappointed, but only thing she was angry about is I held it for so long.
Hmm.
And when she asked me why, I just told her why. I told her the reason why. I said, because you told me you was gonna kill me if I had a kid. I believed you. I believed you. I truly believed you. And she just looked. She was like, I wasn't gonna kill you. But it was an experience I learned. It gave me my independence. It was the start of some of my independence as an only child.
Wow. Wow. So I'm like, you you're a child, and you didn't run away from your responsibility. So when
Nah,
you say the thing that made you stay there and take care of your child was the way you were raised, your
yeah,
family taught you
and
we
my
take care of
mother.
each other. We don't run from our responsibilities.
No, we don't want. No, we don't do that. We don't
Okay.
do that. My
Wow.
uncle. We had an uncle who always raised us. When we were younger, and he always talked to us. And he made it a point to teach us about family and sticking together. Never, no matter what y'all go through, you got to be a family, regardless of anything. We can get mad at each other, but you come back to that table and everything got to be cool after that.
That's good. Man. Wow. That's
Yeah,
powerful. Yeah.
yeah.
So when you were growing up, did you ever think about having children before? I mean, when you was small, when you were in
Nah,
junior,
I
did
was
that
just
ever
a
never
regular.
crossed your
I was
mind?
just. It never really crossed my mind. It was just I was just out there being mannish and running around and knowing that girls liked the way I danced and they were
You like that
receptive
attention?
to it. Yeah, the attention and they were. I was like, yeah, this is what it is. But as you grow, you learn. You learn.
Yeah. So did you and the young lady stay together, or
Uh, Me and her, we stayed together for a great while. Me and her, and we actually like even though we didn't end up into like a strong relationship, we remained best friends.
Okay.
And when I say best friends, I mean best friends. We work together in taking care of my son. We work together on everything. When he started getting in trouble, and I had to get him shipped down there with me in Georgia, he had to come. I would come get him every time, you know.
Mm,
And even sometimes when I just didn't feel like it, or sometimes he just didn't know I had to borrow money sometimes just to make the trip.
okay.
But whatever she asked me to do, I tried to make it happen.
Wow. So did you guys have any more kids or just the one son?
No, we just had him. That was
Mm-hmm.
our only, that was our only son, and I tried to be the best I could for him.
Okay. So is he here in Michigan or is he in another state
He's
now?
in, he stays in Michigan right now. He stays here. He
Okay.
has his own set of kids. Right now, I'm trying to get him directed into, becoming more of a man, and trying to get him to some stuff, learn that everything you don't have to participate in everything with your friends. Some things you have to do by yourself. You have to learn by yourself. You have to learn to create your own world and
Mm-hmm.
start, spending more time with his own family.
Okay. So no more getting along, going
Yeah,
along to get along. Have to leave them
yeah,
alone and take
yeah.
care of
Not
your
just
stuff.
right. Yeah, take
Yeah.
care of your business. You got your own family. Quit running around with these dudes. It's nothing for them.
Okay. Did you ever think about getting married and having more kids? Or did you get married and have more kids?
Well, I got married, but I didn't have no more kids. I got married. I got married. I married her. Actually, she was like 12 years older than me.
Mhm.
I got married at 24. She was 36. Uh,
Okay.
we moved to Georgia. We did pretty well in Georgia. Um, Georgia is where I picked up a lot of my skills outside of learning how to do construction, but just like picking up skills of truck driving, and heavy equipment skills, and just pretty much learning how to like be self-sustained. That's why
Okay.
a lot of guys like her dad and a few guys I met down there, they actually put me on a path to like really being a free thinker
Yeah. So you could never
and using
really
my
be unemployed with the skills that you have. You can always find you a job, right?
oh yeah, I always find something to do. Always. Never take it away from me. Always find
Okay.
something to do.
So is that one of the lessons you teaching your son that if he learn these skilled trades that he don't have to worry about, money coming in. And if he is
You don't
working,
have to worry
he have
about
more
nothing.
time to huh?
You don't have to really worry about too much of nothing once you attain these skills. Like
Right.
like I tell them, I ain't against going to school and going to college or nothing like that. But for some of us, it's just not for us. It's
Right.
like with me, I look at some of my friends. I listen to them, and they got degrees, and they're not even working in what they got a degree in.
Right.
And I go, well, what was the purpose? What was the whole purpose of you going to school that long? And here it is, a guy like me. I'm all I have is a high school education and just know how to learn quick. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Because
that's it.
school
The only
school
thing
is not
closest to a college, hey, look, the closest thing to a college degree I got is my trucking certificate out of Kentucky,
yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah. A lot of people go to school and then they rack up a whole lot of student loan debt and then some of them
Yeah,
may
I did that without the school. I
rack up
racked
a
up
little
debt
debt
without the
going to
school.
school. Yeah. Yeah. But you can make up for it. I mean, you can get a job driving a truck, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. Well, really, what happened with that was because I didn't go to college, and my mother, she wanted me to go to college. She actually paid for my trucking school when I decided I wanted to go. She said that's her gift, and she
Okay.
paid for it. So how I repaid her when she paid for it was I made sure I was at the top of the class.
Okay. That's
Yeah, I
good.
came out number one, 98%.
Wow. That's good. Uh, so now you
Got a
say
lot
your
of
son.
fly swatters.
Oh,
Got
okay.
hit with a lot of fly swatters. The teachers in the trucking school.
Okay. All right. So, does your son have a lot of cousins and stuff with your other, with your other siblings and stuff? Because he's an only child, right?
No, he's not the only child.
Oh,
No,
his mom had some more kids.
no, I had more kids. I
Oh,
had
you do
more
have.
kids.
Okay, you just didn't have them with your
Yeah.
wife or his mom.
No, I had kids. To be honest, by the time I got married, I was four kids in already. I
Okay.
had my oldest, my son, which is the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
Then my second oldest is which is my daughter, my oldest daughter Tay Tay, and then I had twin daughters.
Oh, okay. So are they all
Yeah.
close then?
My twins are very close. The other, they all close in their own way. Just
What does
they,
that
you
mean?
know, they're close in their own way. Like my twins are closer to each other than they are with the other two siblings because they are always together.
Right.
And
But I'm like,
the other
do they
two,
all live in they all live in Michigan?
they all live in Michigan. Yeah, they all live in Michigan. They
And they
still
know each other, right?
yeah, they know each other. Most
Okay.
definitely they know each other.
Is there a big
It's
age
just
gap?
that no,
Okay.
no, no. My daughters, all three of my daughters are actually the same age, but like 6 months apart.
Okay. So it's just that they have living in different households. They didn't get to
Yeah.
grow up, so that made
They didn't
a
get
little
to grow up with
difference.
each other, but they lived in different. Yeah, that's what made the difference in them.
Okay. But
But
how did you introduce them to each other?
they knew each other. I made sure they knew each other. Made
Okay.
sure they knew
So
each other.
okay.
My son used to go hang out with his sisters. He'd go spend the night.
Hmm.
My other daughter used to come hang out. They all used to go to my mother's house, and they all would hang out. You know,
Good.
you know,
Okay.
but it
So
was just. It
my
was,
go ahead.
go ahead.
No, because I was like the girls hanging out, with each other is probably because he's a boy and
The
he don't
girl.
be by. Yeah, yeah.
Nah, he don't. He didn't.
It, they think and do things differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So did you have to worry about them thinking that you were treating the other ones more special or different from them? Have you ever had that come up? You know.
No, not really. Because I
Okay.
always made sure I told them, the love I have for one, I have for all.
Okay.
Is there's no difference in it. The only difference is I'm harder on my son than I am my daughters,
Mhm.
and that's because I'm more protective over my girls than I am my son. My son, I wanted him to, kind of grow up to be a man. You have at a certain age, I felt like, hey, it's time for you to be a man.
Right.
Because at that certain age, that's when I started to become a man and start doing for myself.
Right. So you need them to be independent and responsible.
Yeah, I was trying to teach him to be independent and responsible. It went in, but it didn't sink in immediately. But I think now he's starting to figure it out.
How old is he?
He's 33.
Okay. All right. So everybody's out of high school.
Yeah, everybody
Okay.
out.
That's good. Did they go to
My
college?
oldest daughter. Yeah, my oldest daughter actually is. She'll be finishing. I think pretty soon, and she'll be uh, bu- 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 I think a pediatrician.
Oh, okay. A doctor. That's
No,
cool.
no, 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 no. She's going to be a gynecologist. That's the one
Yeah.
that's going to be a gynecologist.
Oh, that's
And my
totally different
twin
from a
daughters,
pediatrician.
yeah. And my twin daughters are pharmacy techs,
Okay. All right. Well, that's
and they
cool.
actually work at Carmano's.
Oh, all right. Cool. That's good. So you did a good job. You did a good job.
I tried.
All
Me and their
right.
mothers, we tried.
Yeah. Well, you didn't have to go to the jail to get them out, so I think you did a good job.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I think so too.
So, do your kids know that they can tell you anything? Do you guys have the talk? Did you have a talk when they were younger? Like, just
Oh yeah,
okay,
I'm an open book.
okay,
I'm an open book when it comes to them. I'm an open book. I don't hold back. I
all
tell
right.
them any questions they ask me about my past. I tell them any questions they ask. Period. They want to know. I tell them.
Have they ever asked why you and their mom didn't stay together?
Yeah,
You told them.
yeah. Differences.
Okay,
We was different.
okay,
It just wasn't meant to be.
all right. So, what other ways do you show them your support?
Uh, I mainly I mostly try to be there to be that ear, being that ear. I found that being most important than anything. Just listening,
Mm-hmm.
listening, and letting them get it off their chest before you even give them a response. Just let them go,
Mm,
and then once you let them go, then boom, it
okay.
it opens up those doors where they'll be more comfortable talking to you, and they'll talk to
Yeah.
you about anything, even the stuff you hate talking to, like talking to them about like boyfriends and stuff like that.
Have you met one that you like yet?
I don't like none of them. I told them I don't like none of them. I never will. And
They're gonna
if I
get
did,
married
I'm
one
not
day.
telling them.
They're
Look,
gonna
I'm
get
not
married
telling
one
them
day and have
anyway.
your grandkids.
Yeah, and I tell them then.
You're gonna
Other
have
than
to.
that, no, I
Oh,
never
so
like
they,
them.
so you ain't gonna get no, they ain't gonna get no approval for your son-in-law anytime soon.
Nah, they're my babies.
I got you. I got you. So, how do you show your kids, your son and your daughters, that you love them? What do you say? What do you do to let them know that you love them?
Really, I just try to just loving on them, telling them, and showing it. Hugging on them and loving on them when we're around each other. Really, just they are probably the only ones who really see my softer side.
Okay. Now, did your dad do that for you, or was he old
No,
school? You
no,
ever
my
you,
dad.
you ever hear him tell you I love you, or you ever hug you, or
Nah.
no? But you knew. Did you know he
Yeah,
loved you? You knew, but he just
I
never
figured.
verbally, huh?
I figured he loved me. Had to
Okay. All right.
somewhere or another. You know, but they were just. He was just one of those. Those Southern men that like that.
Right.
You rarely
Yeah.
get a hug from them.
And now you say you had an uncle that was telling you guys to stick together and stuff. Did he talk about love and being responsible,
Pretty
taking
much,
care of,
pretty much,
huh?
he showed us. He showed us. He actually showed us. To give us hugs and love on us and stuff like that. He showed us. He can
Yeah.
give you the whoopings when you needed them. All that.
Now, is this your mother's brother or your daddy's brother?
Actually, he's my aunt, my
Husband.
mother's sister husband.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I guess that's just the way he was raised, so he just spread the love to you guys, which was great.
Yeah,
Which
and he
is great.
did.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna take a break right here. 60 seconds.
Okay.
So everybody stay tuned. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Real Dad Speak will return in seconds.
The holiday season is just around the corner, and that means birthdays anniversaries, company events, and so much more. Well, we found the perfect place for your next event, meeting, celebration, or whatever it is that you want to plan. And it's right in the shadow of downtown Detroit. Welcome to the Channel One event venue, the perfect place for that special event. It doesn't matter the season. You can enjoy our spacious mood lit event space inside or enjoy our private courtyard outside. Give us a call and reserve your space. Bookings are going fast. The Channel One event venue, located at 444 Meldrum Street, just off Jefferson, in the shadow of downtown Detroit. Call 313-670-7646. By the way, it's also the perfect place for the concert after party. The Channel One event venue.
Welcome back, everybody, to Real Dad Speak. We're talking to Clester Barker about his experience as a teenage dad many, many years ago. So now, Clester, we've come to the part of the show where I call it my final five. I'll either ask you a question or fill in the blank.
Uh-huh.
So, number
Okay.
one, what advice would you give young men and ladies about having sex as a teenager?
Hold off.
Hold
Hold off.
on. Okay.
Take care
All
of
right.
business first.
When you say take care of business, what's taking care of business?
Finish school. Get yourself situated. Get all your ducks in a row. Make sure you're financially secure.
Okay. All
At
right.
least try to be.
Right. Number two, what was the hardest lesson you learned as a teenage dad?
Sacrifice.
Mm, wow. You learned that it
Sacrifice.
wasn't about you anymore?
Nah, it wasn't about me no more. You give all that up.
Mm.
It's a lot of sacrifice.
It's amazing because you learned this at 16, and there are men that are in their 30s and 40s with kids, and they don't want to give up. They don't want to give up, what they want. They don't want to do it. And
They have to though. They have to understand they have to.
yeah. All right. You said sacrifice was the hardest lesson you learned as a teenage dad. So number three, if you could teach an 8-hour class to middle school boys and girls, what subject would you teach?
Funny. Home economics. We was talking about that one day at work.
Okay.
Home economics.
And why home
Home economics
economics?
because you 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 learn valuable skills that can come in handy as a parent. Like you learn how to cook, you learn how to clean, you learn how to so stuff like that is important,
Right.
very important.
Okay. I like that. Number four, what did you learn about finances that you can share with your children?
Um, Learn that putting back is better. Putting
Okay.
back is better. Learning how to put back and sacrificing. Sometimes you have to make the ultimate sacrifice and making money decisions. Sometimes you have to go without just to have, and it happens. And you have to learn to live with it and don't beat yourself up because it's only normal.
Right. Okay. And number five, this is a fill in the blank.
Okay.
If you won the lottery for $60 million, so complete this sentence. If I won the lottery for $60 million, I would blank.
I would probably, me right now, in the mind state I am, I would develop a lot of trust for my grandchildren, put some build toward financial stability for my future family, not just for myself, for the future family. Invest in something that's gonna feed us for a long time.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate you sharing your stories and your
All right.
experience. Valuable lessons there. Valuable
Yeah.
lessons. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, no
well,
problem. No problem.
yeah. Well, thank you everybody for joining Real Dad Speak with Clester Barker. And we will have a new episode every Tuesday on YouTube and Spotify. Comes on at 7 p.m. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.